Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Carr. Got his connection, complete to Ruggs. And he's going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. 2nd
and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
The ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger 1st.
Down, Los Angeles.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, Herbert. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Back to the air, Herbert on second down. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. 9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off, because they took it away, right? So now you get them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
For the yard. Brings up 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They snap it to Herbert. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. A shotgun snap for Herbert. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, here's Herbert. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Herbert back to the air. Flushed out right. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them when drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
They go jet sweep here with Williams. I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Hooked up by Casey Hayward. And they're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking for Watkins that time, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Second and 10. Here's Herbert once more. He's going to look downfield for Henry, and that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Able to fight through one tackle. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And not much there. maybe a yard up to the 24.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and set them down.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And a slant held in by Ruggs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Operating from the gun. Carr escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the gun, Carr buying time to his left. So they hit Peter, but don't count him yet. There's Laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is away. So race the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Carr. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
4th down.
Fourth down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson.
The Raider field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, but the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
At the 33-yard line.
Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Here's Herbert now on second down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the gun, Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
The call here, they need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. Going deep here for Watkins. That's caught inside the 20. And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. To the air again, Herbert. And this is caught at the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
At the Raiders' 7-yard line.
Herbert throwing again. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Badgley on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
The score, Chargers 14, Raiders 3. Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the gun, Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Carr. The open man here, Renfrow. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now, Carr again. And it'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Akello Witherspoon, really good coverage from the Colorado man, getting a hand in on it. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
For the Raider field goal, a 40-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Pat O'Donnell set to kick off.
So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Quez Watkins, the intended target. And now it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Herbert. Allen's got it over the middle. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Operating from the gun, Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Here's Ty Long now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
Brings up 2nd.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Carr. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jacobs. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Gain of 6.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Throw incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Trying on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion. Put people.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way for a Charger touchdown. Quez Watkins, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term?
And now the ball's out. Lost it. And picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone.
Raiders
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, and suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
Not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Reception here by Ruggs. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Again, it's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute again.
And for the 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. The 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Raiders 6. Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And they'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the gun, Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And they got it well across midfield. field down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Carr to throw again. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Casey Hayward. The 30, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Let's go. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Badgley on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Chargers 42, Raiders 6.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Got a man open. It's Darren Waller.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down Raiders, Carr to Waller.
5-yard line.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throw left side complete. It's Jacobs. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up fourth.
No gain on the play. It's fourth down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 31, Carr. It's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for time.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Raiders on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Carr. He's got a man. It's Williams. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
One more time with Jacobs. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to eat just a bit into this sizable deficit. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Now Carr going to try for it himself. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
He's going to air one out. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Complete in the end zone.
4th
corner. You've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
From the gun on third down. Herbert is going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Quez Watkins. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And this offense is running away with this one.
I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they've wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they've wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Operating from the gun, Carr. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Intended for Henry Ruggs.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. To throw again. Carr. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
The Raiders on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
An 8-yard gain. It's 4th.
They go with Jacobs, and I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. This game is all but over after that last 4th down stop. The only question left, will they play conservative and run the clock or try to pour some salt in the wound? Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he's got some space here. Past the 20. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. It's a big one there for the Chargers. Give him 42 yards on the ground. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. On the ground, it's Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
The ball carrier.
Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Chargers 56, Raiders 12. Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The first down screen pass, good for 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on second down. Carr. And he rifles one incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Lets this go for Renfrow downfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for.
And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Carr. And he's got the hook up to Rhodes. And he's got a first down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Carr now on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. It's caught at the 10. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. And even 40 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 11-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Carr. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Josh Jones. It's a foot race. 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, But they decided to play this one all the way out, and I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Chargers 63, Raiders 12. Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Josh Jones.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They're going to pass here with Herbert. He's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40. Max Crosby, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. He'll let this go for the end zone and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Chargers 70, Raiders 12. Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film.
And now here's another interception. Protect by Josh Jones.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
with the late lead. Herbert's going to throw it. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
Final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chargers, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they've plummeted now to 3-11. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Damn Kane, you done killed Abel. Unbalanced land trying to keep the people stable. The way I feel, I might it all up. The way you feel, you might do it for the bug. All black, born to be a rebel. After this, I might go and water down the devil. Listen to everything around me, I can't see. You picked a dozen roses and left them in Galilee rolling thunder. Don't hear my cry, don't let alibis pass you. I finally starting to realize, never give up and coincide. Can't watch TV, it's all a lot. Tired of trying, go ahead and fly. Everybody want a straight answer with media. Keep us blind, your heart is not hard to find. Why the people try to define infrastructure right? I don't got time, infrastructure right? I don't got time. It's all to we're talking about your brother protecting the sons and daughters from political manslaughter.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Never play by the rules, guess I'm paying my dues. They gon' try to intrude, poison the multitude. They be quick to accuse, when you got different views. Just know you gon' pay the price, based off the item you choose. When it ties in the culture, hit you with them K-Ultra. I knew you was a vulture, Holy Ghost get the ushers. No, I can't trust you. Shock you, then now you fluster. Crashing down, I was cluttered. Doing this so subtle, fumbling out through the rubble. Remember this a jungle, the top always gonna get something. The middle gotta stay hunting. Why the rush left for nothing? 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 Agitated illusion, only built for confusion. The institution, modern day execution. Think I know the solution. Maybe not should I do it? Just put it in the music. Just put it in the music.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. You'll burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you may get all that you desire, those feelings will never be the same. You burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you may get all that you desire, those feelings will never be the same. You burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you may get all that you desire, those feelings will never be the same.
I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still ballin' like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner, only one.